So if you guys don't know what's going on, Nairo has been having beef with Asmongold. I guess Asmongold has been living rent-free in his head. And if you don't know anything about Nairo, what's going on, Nairo is the person who's known for, really forcing transgender on children. And that's the biggest controversy this person has. So there's a post recently, and we gotta watch this. So this is the...
No, the transgender ideology stuff is not a mountain out of a molehill. It's basically a molehill that people are just fixated on. I know that it's a very small issue, but I would view it in the same way as I view flat Earth. The reality is that if I knew somebody believed in flat Earth, that would completely disqualify them, in my mind, from being a decision maker for anything else. Because their decision-making faculties have been compromised. And I think transgender is another good example of that, especially whenever it comes to minors and it comes to sports. What it really is it's a benchmark of this person is this delusional that they think this thing that is so far removed from reality that it provides a frame of reference that this person cannot be allowed to operate and be expected to operate as a rational actor. It's illogical. It's completely illogical. That's the reason why the transgender issue matters so much. It's like people who believe the Earth is 6,000 years old, or people that believe it's flat, or people that believe that there's like lizards living in the center of the Earth and they're the ones controlling everybody here. Like, these ideals are just so batshit crazy stupid that they provide a frame of reference that disqualifies that type of a person from having the opinion on anything else.
Or every American in this country. If not for the injunctions case, we would be here talking about another great decision that came down today.
It's an indication of broken
case,
logic.
Which
yes.
Restores parents' rights to decide their child's education. Seems like a basic idea, but it took the Supreme Court to set the record straight, and we thank them for that. And now that ruling allows parents to opt out of dangerous trans ideology and make the decisions for their children that they believe is correct. And so we think
they should not be teaching transgenderism in anything other than maybe the last year of high school. Children should not be getting exposed to transgender ideology.
So pretty much what Asmon was saying from that was basically just comparing the belief of flat Earth and transgenderism, is that basically if you believe in that, you're delusional. And so let's go straight to it. So Nairo has reposted this. This is pretty great. So Nairo says, be Asmongold, be uneducated, wake up to a rotting carcass, spread harmful rhetoric about marginalized groups in front of hundreds of thousands of people, cause irreversible harm because people take this BS at face value, get paid millions. This is why trans people lose hope. So, well, look what our boy Zach Rar says, right? If you want to play a fun drinking game, search from NyaraVT trans kids and take a drink every time you get a new tweet. You'll have alcohol poisoning in 30 seconds. Your fixation on trans kids has caused more damage to the transgender movement than I ever have or ever will. So, yeah, I 100% agree with it. So let's even just look this up, and God, hopefully not, I don't get into some weird shit. But let's see if his point is correct, right? So we're gonna point this out. So before we even get into this, though, if you really think about it, yeah, like Nairo has. So the problem with all this wokeism, this transgenderism, is that it really affects the people who have been transgendered, and there's actually a good amount of transgender people who just don't give a fuck. Like, they don't care. Like, they just want to be left alone, get their transgender done, and that's it. They just want to live life. But there's these people, and I can say this for both sides. It's not just, the left or transgenderism, or transgender, or the LGB. There's a ton of people on the right are also just as stupid, right? They go fucking, and it's a small percentage for both sides. It's just, this small percentage is so loud, it's like they just make everyone look bad, right? So I'm sure on the right side they're the exact same thing. Unfortunately, we don't see that enough, but we should, because it kind of gives us a balance, right? Which I'm sure there is. So What I'm trying to say is this Nairo person has been really screwing it up for the transgender people, because a lot of these transgender people, they just want to live life, and this guy just keeps going like, oh well, kids can't consent, so kids have to get it, and it's just wild, right? So this is what Asmongold was talking about. So let's go straight to this, right? So it goes. So, okay, we're going to start from April 13th. Transphobes love using kids can't consent as an excuse to ban healthcare for trans youth. However, it is interesting that they have no issue with forcing gender reassignment surgeries onto intersex infants. Full video reaction, so that's one post, right? And then if we go down here, I was wrong, but in a way, Asmon, Tecton, and Co thinks trans kids exist and preventing them from accessing gender-affirming care won't change this fact. If they truly care about protecting children, then why do they dismiss all the research? Here we go. I don't think I have mentioned kids today, so protect trans youth. Trans children exist, and they deserve the access to life-saving, gender-affirming care. Fuck anyone who disagrees. I'm tired of this trans voices being suppressed. I'm tired of bigots constantly shaming trans people. I'm tired of the lies of trans healthcare. I'm tired of the denial of existence of trans kids. I'm tired of abusing the dogpilling on anyone who supports trans people to denture them. It turns out Hassan's dog Kaya hasn't been electrocuted. Unlike trans and gay kids in conversation camps, here we go. Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Non-binary people are violent. Gender is a spectrum. Sex doesn't determine gender. Trans rights are human rights. Trans kids, right? And if you just keep going down, it just keeps going and going. There's a lot of words by him, and holy crap, it just keeps going, and it's fucked. Like I get it, but why? Actually, I really don't get it. It's crazy. Like how they want to force these kids. Like, these are kids. They don't know what the hell they want. And I will say this again. Kids don't know what the hell they want till, like, maybe 30, to be honest. Like, even 18, I think that's too early. But it's crazy how these people think this way. And they just want to go, hey, let's chop it off, right? And then, you know, and this is stuff that's, like, suppresses your hormones. It suppresses, you know, their sterilization. And, again, I've never done it before. I wouldn't know. But just from the science we've seen, it screws up a lot of kids. Because a lot of them end up regretting it, and now they can't change back. It's like, it's crazy. And again, I don't hate trans people. Like, you can do what the hell you want. I have trans friends. They're nice. But they're also the ones who are really quiet and who just don't care. They just want to live life, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing in a lot of... So here we go. So let's do something really funny. So we're going to do the copy and paste. Trans. Let's see how many trans. 51 searches of this word trans. And we're not even done yet. Like, we're not done yet. Watch. 54. Holy goodness. It just keeps going. It's going. And going. So it just, the list just keeps going and going and going. So yeah, it just keeps, there's a whole list. So basically this whole page right here, start from here, all the way down. I don't even know how far this goes because it literally just keeps on going. This word, okay, maybe that's it. I think that might be done. But here we go. So we have about this much crap all the way from August 3rd. And honestly, ongoing, there's probably a ton more. And this is August, let's see, August 3rd of 2025. Okay, and there's definitely more than that. I'm sure, like, there's way more. Like, this is definitely not enough. There's gotta be way more here. There you go. Yeah, there's a ton more stuff. So that's just one, right? So if we just do word trans, see what happens. Yeah, it just keeps going and going. I'm trying to go all the way to where we want to get at right here. So, anyways, so what I'm trying to say is there's just a ton of stuff that Naira's been going on. So, anyways, Asmon totally cooks him, and it's it's pretty fun, man. You cannot do it. I would not fuck with Asmon, dude. He's the way he presents himself. He's not just like, oh no, you're stupid. It's like he's very calm, and he does it in such a classic way. So let's just go down here, and there you go. Holy crap, you weren't joking. This is just last 3 months. Yeah, that was just last 3 months. There's probably a ton more. Another fun drinking game is to imagine what it'd like to live in Asmongold's house, and then scream. So there's some people obviously trying to trash on him. Dang, Asmon cooked on this. Here we go. Transgender is like a vegan cat. So yeah, a lot of people are supporting this. Oh, here we go. This is funny. Asmongold just went full Ultra Instinct, and I'm here for it. Here we go. And then there are all the memes, and then people are like, yeah, this is some good stuff. So yeah, no, this is wild stuff. So like, oh, there you go. There's a burn right there. Yeah. So anyway, this is just wild stuff. Like Asmon is just straight cooking from this. So anyway, so the moral of the story is don't mess with Asmon, because he always has something up his sleeve and he is ready to cook regardless. So if you're not ready for that, just be ready, man. So anyways, that's just what my thoughts on this. I thought it was just really funny. So yeah, man, don't mess with Asmon, dude.